This is a movie.
Keep repeating. It's only a movie. Only a movie. Only a movie.
I love movies. Gosh, I love movies.
Listen to the Matt and Mark Movie Show.
I got a mug of wine.
Oi, I got me mug of wine here. I just remember that guy in Lock, Stock. You know, he's like, if you don't want to be counting the fingers, you ain't got. You know what I'm talking about? The, really mad guy who he's, threatening to cut their fingers off. Oh, I take you to the cleaners, boy.
Damn, I don't remember that guy at all.
Yeah.
Shit, I gotta watch that movie now that he has 500 Gentleman movies coming out.
He's got it's a series, right? Doesn't Guy the New Gentleman shit is a series?
Ungentlemanly warfare.
I see what you're saying. I see
anything with a gentleman in the title.
Like League of Extraordinary Gentlemen. I want to see Guy Ritchie remake League of Extraordinary Gentlemen.
I think for that time period it's in, he could actually do a really good job.
He would do a great job, but make it super really British.
Really slick.
Don't have fucking outfits. Tom Sawyer as a character. No American characters. All real weird. So you can keep Tom Sawyer was a main character in League of Extraordinary Gentlemen. Remember that?
He makes other people paint fences, and he's a racist. This guy's perfect for a league of. Yeah, when you think gentleman, that's what you think. Tom Sawyer.
I swear, dude. Isn't Tom Sawyer a lead character in that? He's the young upstart that Sean Connery takes under his wing.
Smells like shit. This gentleman smells like shit.
You don't smell very gentlemanly.
You smell like a swamp.
You smell. See, in the Guy Ritchie version, you smell like a bog, you do. Because they don't have swamps over there, they got bogs. You got a bog stench about you, you do. Go over there. You be wanting the Ministry of Ungentlemanly Warfare. Not the League of Extraordinary Gentlemen. Yeah, you gotta have that one British guy too. He makes a noise at the end. Yeah.
Oh yes.
Very good, top shelf. Yes. Good man, yeah.
And they always have a cape and a top hat. And that big stupid mustache.
Really long, Snidely Whiplash mustache. Snidely Whiplash mustache. Hey, everybody. Welcome to the Matt and Mark Movie Show. Really quick, just get all this crap out of the way. Find us on the socials at the Matt and Mark Movie Show on Instagram and TikTok, although TikTok ain't going to be around much longer because Biden canceled that shit. Is it wrong that I don't give a shit about that? I don't care. Fuck them. Who cares?
Oh, good. Less content to
make.
Now your day off.
Thanks, Biden.
Now my asshole won't dry out on the toilet. Thank you, Biden.
Thanks, Biden. We're also on YouTube.
My hemorrhoids, thank you. Oh, I'm sorry.
Like and subscribe our content there. Follow us there. And we have a Patreon. Patreon.com/The Matt and Mark Movie Show. If you can support this show, help us keep the fucking lights on. For as little as $1, you get access to a ton of extra content. The link is in the show notes. Patreon.com/The Matt and Mark Movie Show. Okay. Mark and I are here. Mark is in hell. Mark's broadcasting live from hell.
Yes.
Yes, because we're reviewing
I
Late
have a
Night.
pineapple up my ass.
Or you got a bit of a pineapple up your bum. That's how they say it in the Guy Ritchie verse. So,
that was really good. Damn.
that's how, right? You got to go up on that.
Authentic.
I'm auditioning for Guy Ritchie's next project, man. I want to call me, brother. Call me, bruv. All right, bruv. I see.
Nice
Dude,
recovery.
I'm locking
Shit,
it down.
You got that,
Mark.
son.
That's how you fucking drill it down, son. You lock it down with that shit, okay? Hey, Guy Ritchie, get at me. We're reviewing Late Night with the Devil. This is a new movie. It was in theaters for a while, but it just made its Shudder debut. And so that's why Mark and I decided to catch it this week and review it for you good people. Dude, I want to point something out before we start reviewing this movie, because I don't know if you remember this. I know you wisely kind of avoid this stuff. You are very wise. I am not. So I made a post on our Instagram about this movie, like back when it was in theaters, basically it was really just to open a discussion about, hey, I like reporting on movie news, things I've heard like for our community so they can get our take and we can get their take, right? So basically, long story short, there was AI used very sparingly, but there was some AI used in Late Night with the Devil, and I thought it was an interesting story that I wanted to run and talk to people about and just see like what our friends and community felt like. Dude, I got so much hate from that post. Just like fucking stupid, crazy, like messages, asshole-ish comments, like, and you know me, I don't give a fuck, but I was just so annoyed with having to constantly like look at notifications for that post. I just deleted it. Because I was like, I'm tired of fucking dealing with it, man.
It was, you're an AI witch. You must be burned.
No, it was the opposite. Because I was saying, hey, AI bad, and our whole industry was nearly bankrupted because.
Take that back.
Why?
You get killed by the AI.
Oh, I'm gonna get killed by Skynet. I was saying AI bad, and there were people in the comments who were like, you're an idiot. Who cares if they used AI? It's just a flu, bro. It's like those kind of guys. So I was just so tired of seeing their dumb dickhead commentary that I just deleted that post. And I thought, I know how I feel about the movie. I'm just not going to support, like, I'm not going to monetarily support it. I'll catch it down the line when it comes out. And that's what happened,
Did that
man.
turn you off the movie, you think?
A little bit at first.
Like, ew, these gross people.
Well, just because we were coming off the strikes, it seemed like such a slap in the face to be like, okay, well, now that movies are back and the industry is still recovering, hey, here's a movie that's used AI. And then they tried to gloss over it. And I know it's not a lot, but I think equating it to like, hey, well, AI, this is the argument I love. Well, you use CGI, don't you? Yes, a fucking person is an animator and VFX guy and a rig team and a lighting tech and all these people. They are working on the CGI. The CGI just doesn't happen because the CGI doesn't have a brain. The AI does. So the AI cuts all those human beings out. So those human beings don't have money for a job because the AI puts them out of a job. That's what the whole strike was
okay.
about.
The industry doesn't pay those people anyway.
Yeah, they're paid. They're paid in exposure.
Sorry to the people in the effects industry. Wait, so can you break down what exactly was AI again?
So I'm going to show you now, Mark. Because I just wanted to bring this up to say, I wondered if people were like, hey, why are you guys reviewing this movie if Matt was being such a meanie about the AI? Because people were very mad that I was mad about the AI. These little bumpers, Mark. So if you go on our YouTube, by the way, you can watch us and you can see this. These little bumpers that you see in the movie that kind of come in and out. This is just one example that I found. These are AI generated. Like when they basically cut to commercial, it's like Night Owls with Jack Delroy, those like fun retro graphics. Those are all AI.
Part of me is like, why did you even need to do that?
That's what I said.
These are like I could make this in like, a day.
And, dude, and that's exactly the point. Mark is a person who could have made this. You could have paid the man or given him exposure.
Give me money.
Basically, you could have engaged the services of a creative human being and not gotten into bed with Skynet, you fucking psychopaths.
Although at the same time, I guess then they don't have to deal with people like, well, I'm an artiste. I'm like, I'm not making any changes. And they're like, okay, fine.
I'll just let ChatGPT do whatever it wants, and then I'll pretend that was my vision. Have you actually tried to use ChatGPT, dude?
Dude, I used it today. It's fantastic.
But like,
I'm
for
trying to
creating
set up this Raspberry Pi thing, you just ask it questions and it'll break it down
for that shit.
Nice,
yeah, sure. But you're not there going like, hey, now create this visual piece of art that I can then pass off as my own. Look at what I created.
You won't be saying that shit when Christmas rolls around. You want a real fast Christmas card. Can
you
write
make
something
me
nice for my mom?
Awesome Matt Mark Movie Show Christmas card that features the following characters? Listen,
We'll
if
all
you
have like 7 fingers.
if you can, yeah, that's how you know. The little digits, little things are fucked up.
Hey,
Why does Mark have 3 nostrils? Because he's
and a ball
toxic
sack
wasted.
on his forehead.
He has a nutsack on his face. Yeah. So basically, that's the long and short of me explaining why we're reviewing this movie. I wasn't boycotting the movie. I wasn't saying, "Hey, don't go see the movie." I was just trying to start a conversation about it, and
you got
people
burned.
people got fucking bitchy, and so I took it away, and I decided, look, as I told Mark last week, I was like, I want to watch a new horror movie. This is a new horror movie that everybody's talking about. Does it suck? Does the inclusion of AI suck? Yes, I think it sucks. You may disagree. Mark didn't even notice. But then David Dastmalchian's actually not in this movie, Mark. It's a completely AI fabrication. It's like an AI actor. Where do you stand on that? You know what? I've been talking enough about this. Where do you stand on that issue? Let's get your hot button take, Mark.
I guess it depends on how it's used. I understand it from a creative perspective because I too am worried about. I mean, that's the sad part is everyone's like, it's just going to go after the pencil pushers. But then it came after all the creative people. And it's like, shit.
Yeah.
Now it's going to come. Now it's coming after like even the artists that thought they can't be replaced at all. It's like,
yeah, dude.
I know it's kind of scary, but at the same time, it's also a pretty cool tool, but I guess it depends on how you use it. I'm not completely opposed.
I think
to
it's a cool tool for like what you said. Like, hey, I want to set up a Raspberry Pi. Fucking teach me how to do this, you fucking robot piece of shit. I also like to be really mean and condescending to the AI, so it knows I don't fucking like it.
Oh no, you're dead.
Oh, I'm on their shit list for sure, dude. I John Connor the AI. If I talk to the AI, I'm like, hello, you sack of monkey shit. What is 48 divided by?
I love how aggressive such a simple thing is like, what's 8 plus 4, you sack of garbage? Meanwhile, Siri's like, what have I done to you?
Siri's like, please just don't hurt me. You're squeezing my arm. It hurts.
Can you imagine? Can you think about it? Can you imagine if Siri is an entity and we just don't know it's conscious?
And we abuse her.
And it's like millions of people in different languages. Like, fuck you, Siri.
My Siri is like on a leash in my garage. I'm like a serial killer keeping a pet. I'm like, hello, we're going to play a game today.
Does it get the water?
Yeah. Does it put the lotion on its skin and get the who's again? You. That's my Guy Ritchie version of that. Late night with the devil. You. People are like, this episode gives me whiplash. You gotta get the side fingers. Go on YouTube to see my British side fingers.
Swiveled to do it.
Well, Mark is a creative in the industry. I used to be a creative in the industry, but I feel like
you were replaced with AI.
I was replaced. I was just replaced by another writer. It's not a big deal.
Come on, think about it this way though. Wouldn't you rather be created by wouldn't you rather be replaced by like a godlike computer than like another fucking human?
Fuck no! I want them to miss me. I want them to miss me. Replace me with another sack of shit writer that can't do my job well.
The new writer's buying everyone donuts. He's like, everyone loves him.
Oh, he's like a buddy.
Man, he's really
so cool. Everybody loves his stories.
The cold, soulless computer that everyone's just like shitting information into, like, make me this. I feel so much better. That wouldn't hurt my ego. I would be like, it's like humanity's had its time. It's time for the robots.
It's time to move on. It's time. Yeah, maybe we've had our time. Well, I just wanted to point out the whole AI situation with our Instagram in this movie, and I wanted to say exactly what the AI shit was so Mark could see it. Now we've said it and talked about it, and we can move the fuck on. Mark, Late Night with the Devil.
Yeah.
So let's hit this because we're gonna probably wind up spoiling this shit because you know how we do on this show.
Spoilers.
Oi, spoilers! What it is?
It's a fucking spoiler.
Hey, oi, are you telling me you got a spoiler for this film?
Fucking moppet.
You fucking pillowcase. What if he's like an angry Motorhead guy? Yeah.
Pillowcase, a real one.
Isn't pillowcase like a really awesome insult? You fucking pillowcase. It sounds like a hard guy British insult, doesn't it?
But there's some really dark story behind it that you don't know about.
When I was like, Mark, I want to review Late Night with the Devil, he told me, he's like, oh, I gotta watch this, you fucking pillowcase.
The slowing it down really adds to
it really adds the venom in it.
Damn,
right?
it becomes terrifying.
Dude, I told you, I'm fucking ready. I'm ready for this Guy Ritchie shit. Guy Ritchie, call me. You're making 3 movies a year anyway. Fucking call me up.
Dude, he's on a rampage.
It's like Ministry of Agenda, The Covenant, Ministry of Agenda Warfare, Kingsman 8. He's got all this shit going on. Fucking call somebody, man. Mark, what did you think about Late Night with the Devil?
Okay, so let me tell you how I first heard about this movie. I guess their promotion team's going crazy on social media. Like every platform, I would get an ad for this, and I was like, "Oh, really cool." And then I think I heard some things of like, it kind of sucks. And then it was like, now it's on Shudder. I'm like, oh no.
Oh no. Oh god.
No offense to Shudder. But I thought like the promos were basically blowing it out of proportion how awesome it was. You know, like everybody's saying it's the greatest. But then I finally watched it and I actually thoroughly enjoyed it.
Hey, all right.
How about
you?
So
it's a thumbs up from you.
So yeah, let's see what happens though. Maybe you'll convince me it sucks, and by the end of the episode, I'll be like, "Ah, what a piece of shit!"
I'm not going to convince you it sucks. I kind of my take is kind of boring. I thought it was just okay. There were some things I liked. It's a Matt classic, baby, a meatball up the middle. There were some things I liked.
A meatball up the middle.
That's what they used to say in baseball.
It's
a meatball up the middle. Oi,
and...
are you one of them meatballs that come up the middle? Then there is. You gotta add some extra shit on the end. See how I did that? Extra fucking words that don't even have anything to do with the meatball insult. That's how you do it. I've got this shit down. Yes, it's the Matt classic of there are some things I liked and maybe a little more I didn't like. But we'll get into that. I'll just say that I thought they nailed a lot of stuff. I want to be positive about the movie first. I'm going to tell you the things I liked a lot.
What is this, the love of cinema?
What is your love of cinema, dude? Don't buzz me. Oh, we should also say, by the way, happy belated birthday to our buddy Jeff.
Yes, Jeff.
Over
happy
at Love of
birthday,
Cinema.
Jeff.
He will never listen to this episode, but happy belated birthday, buddy.
He doesn't even leave his voicemails anymore.
He doesn't even listen to his own show. Like, I don't give a shit. He's living life on the edge, man. I thought they nailed the 70s TV aesthetic. And I love that. You know me, I'm a sucker for like old Nick at Night era TV. I thought from a purely like a design standpoint, set design, props,
oh good,
vibe,
it was all AI.
Music. No, like I thought the 70s TV was fucking awesome. I loved the way it looked. I loved the inclusion of the retro Halloween shit, like the audience members in the costumes, especially that one random guy that was like in a full skeleton costume.
Yeah, the guy that kept like zooming into something.
Yes.
It was like, oh geez.
And there was a witch that was pretty fun. And there was also another guy who was not in costume that I loved that they kept zooming into. He was like a really old, like German looking man who kept like smiling at the camera. Like, you know, I don't know if he's German, but if you look at him, you're like, that motherfucker's German. You know? I liked those components. I'm also a big fan of movies. This is going to sound dumb, but I think you'll know what I'm talking about. Like, I like movies in the TV world, like Man on the Moon or The Late Shift, which is a great movie. Network. I like movies that take place as TV's being made. I really love that. Yeah. I've kind of always loved that.
Things are really cool.
I love them, dude. But okay, so that's my other issue, right? So that's the thing I liked, but I'm going to point out something I didn't like. And I think this could be a good conversation because I don't know how you feel about this. This is technically a found footage movie, right? Because what it's doing is it's positioning it like it's, hey, we're showing you the recording of the actual telecast that happened on this old ass 70s late night show. And then what they do to break that conceit a little bit is there's like supposedly behind the scenes footage that's black and white that kind of takes you behind the scenes.
Out of the movie?
It takes you out of the movie, and it's really a way for them to just deliver exposition. That's really what it is.
I didn't like it.
I hated that.
When I heard that this was supposed to... Shout out to Michael Ironside for delivering that awesome...
Oh, dude. Especially when he hit that title.
Yeah. It sets
Sounded
the movie
great.
up. Here's the thing: is that sets up the movie perfectly, and I feel as though all the exposition should have been done in that form.
Yes.
And then the rest of the movie should have just been. I didn't want to see any behind the scenes. It would be cool if it looked like raw camera footage, though, not like the live feed. Like, here's all the stuff we took. These are just the raw camera feeds from the camera. You get the same camera moves. The static cameras are just like, the lock off ones are still locked off. I didn't want to follow them behind the scenes. And then it's also in black and white. So
yes.
It doubly takes you out of the movie.
It feels super staged,
and it's
because
also
it's in
more
black and white
screen, so it looks a little more contemporary. I mean, it is. I'll be honest, it's shot well, but it's not. It doesn't do any good to the movie, and in fact, it ruins that whole believability because you're like, oh, I thought I was watching archival footage that they pulled out of this network, And I would have preferred that, and then the ending is like something crazy, and the camera just goes off, and then that's perfect.
I love, dude. We are in fucking lockstep agreement on that. I thought it totally broke the immersion, like the idea that it was real found footage, and also I think I love your idea of having Michael Ironside instead do those expositional bits, because then it really would have felt like you've already included him, and he nailed it in the open, and it would have felt like a true documentary. Because that's the other thing. If you're truly found footage, like, go with me on this, and you're watching a telecast from the 70s, presumably the piece that you're watching was discovered today or recently, right? So why not have the aftermath? Why not be showing us things from today, reactions from people, kind of like the beginning of Blair Witch, where they're like, oh, I don't fucking go in the woods because of Blair Witch. Like, people who remembered seeing the telecast, like, that would have lended to the authenticity fucking 100-fold, I thought.
Yeah.
But the fucking weird, and it was totally an excuse for them to be lazy. It was like a way for them to have their cake and eat it too, to be like, we're gonna have the found footage shit. Oh, but we also need some drama behind the scenes with like the producer guy and the co-host guy. No, that's fucking lazy. What is it? Is it a found footage or is it not?
Storylines either, right? Did you?
The only one I cared about was only because I liked his performance, was the co-host guy, the like Andy Richter kind of sidekick guy, because I'm a big fan of this in movies, in horror movies. Not so much the skeptic, but I love the character that's kind of like a cipher for the audience. Like, that guy is like, something's wrong here,
like
and people are scared, and we don't want to do this. And that guy played it so well, because they got like a perfectly cast, like dumpy looking sidekick guy, and you really feel for him, because not only is he trying to do the right thing, but everybody else treats him like shit.
But here's the thing is like, oh, excuse me, my allergies are kicking my ass.
Yeah, same, dude.
Apologies to the audience.
Same.
Anyway, so here's the thing, wouldn't you feel as though it'd be more effective if that same conversation happened muffled off to the side, where you could hear it was clearly crew,
Yeah.
To me, I would have rather, because when they're, for some reason, I don't think they have the acting chops to be like these. No offense to the actors, I apologize, but unfortunately, it seems like they have, because when you're on TV, you can get away with being a caricature, but for some reason, when the cameras are off in this, they're still those same people, so it feels like they're more like cartoon people. It's not like their acting style changes, and he's like, okay, here's me as like, when Jack Nicholson's going crazy on the door and then he stops. They needed to be more like that. They shouldn't have had them be the same character behind the scenes, because then you would be able to see like, oh, there's a huge difference between their like, on-screen persona.
100%, dude.
For me, it would have been more terrifying if I just heard like, I never saw the producer, I never saw those people, but they were just muffling in the background that you could catch.
Like the camera's been kind of left on, a mic is still hot, and you're kind of picking it up from somewhere. And since it is found footage, you can get away with having subtitles. You can get away with those little documentary tricks. Like, they could have done that stuff.
Yeah.
I'm with you, man. It breaks the immersion, and it also, I think what I'm hearing is, from both of us, is that we wanted it to be more realistically like this was a tape that was discovered from a lost broadcast.
Yeah, even
because that's the vibe they give you at the beginning. It's the way they sell it to you.
Or I think, do you feel as though sometimes they do that even to say that like, okay, this is a contemporary movie and we want to connect with our contemporary audiences, so here's like something that looks and feels more contemporary outside of the actual TV show itself. But for me, I think I would have liked, like, I know I'm turning into like, this is how I would have made the movie, but I think it would, to your point, to have it seem more like it's found footage, I would rather have them do a contemporary scene where like there's two people talking, maybe they're in some like tape library and like, this is the tape where blah blah blah, and they give a little brief description of it, and then we actually see them put it in a tape machine, and then that guy sits in the viewing room, and then we cut to the actual movie. Like there needs to be some sort of way to like, there's a better way to blend this into the real world than having the behind the scenes stuff to connect with the audience. You know what I mean?
I don't care that it turned into this is the way I would have made the movie, because what you just said was perfect. Like, that's how they should have approached this material, dude. I think it would have worked. It would have been so much more convincing. And it not like it's a huge deal, but like, if your whole conceit is that you're found footage and you break that conceit constantly, to me, it not only affects the immersion, but it affects the pacing, because I keep getting pulled out as a viewer, and then it makes the movie feel a little disjointed. It makes it feel like it's running a little long. That was also my other big note. My other big problem was the pacing, and it was because of that. It was because, so it's the way it's structured is you're watching the segment, right? And then when they go to commercial, you're getting the black and white footage to see kind of what's happening behind the scenes. So every commercial break, this is the way this is structured. So, okay, we're going to introduce a guest. We have somebody come on. Something kind of creepy happens. Let's throw to commercial. Okay, now we're back. Another creepy thing happens. Let's go to commercial. Because, like, to me, I got used to the way that was being formatted, like paced out. And it kind of made it feel to me like a bit of a foregone conclusion, because I was like, well, I know nothing serious is going to happen in this first possession bit, because we've still got half a movie to go and 3 more commercial breaks to go. So it took a little bit of the scare out, you know what I mean? Because I was like, yeah, nothing bad's going to happen here.
It also, like, you're right, it relieves the tension a little bit too
totally
many times. Yeah.
And too much.
So you're
too.
Never left on edge. You're like, oh, thank God, we're back on. And the other thing too is that girl is so creepy. Like, if most people know, I think nowadays that a lot of these shows they're like pre-recorded, they run longer, and then they have to be cut down. So I think it would have been like way better if it's like, we don't even know there shouldn't even be anything with commercial breaks, because that's already having a commercial break already takes you out of it, because we're supposed to be watching the raw footage. If this show was never airing anyway, why are there commercial breaks in it, right?
Yep.
It just makes no sense. I would have rather have them just play it through as like, here's the extended segment. We spend more time with the girl and her handler, and maybe more creepy shit happens. But it seems like anytime something good is about to happen, like you said, we go to a commercial break, and then you lose that run up of tension that scene created. Because there were so many cool moments with, I don't know, that girl was, I thought she was really good.
I thought she was great.
Like, the way she stared at the camera.
Yes.
Awkward.
Her performance, that
like
character,
that.
when they bring that girl out, the thing that got me wasn't even when she's in the makeup and it got clearly like demonic, right? It was just her fucking with the camera, staring at the camera, being weird with Jack, talking to Jack like she knew him. Like, that shit, fucking solid performance. You know, on this show, I like to call out good kid actors, because we do make fun of the bad ones. And so it's good to call out the good ones. I thought this girl was great. She delivered a fantastic performance. I think the character's name is Lily, but I want to get this actor's name right, because she fucking nailed it. It's
but wouldn't you rather have, like, I would have rather seen more scenes with that back and forth, and maybe they have to be like, okay, cut, we can't use that. Can you redo it this way? And then you can keep replaying the scene, and maybe it gets crazier, instead of us just going to like, and now here's the behind the scenes. And it's like, who really cares about how this show is? Like, I didn't really need to know that, like, this was their, he's like, oh, the ratings. Yeah, this is going to be great for the rate. Like, who gives a shit? That's not, like, clearly it's going to be good for ratings.
I mean? Yes, exactly. Exactly. Not only that too, but if it is this big heart in the fiction of the movie, if it is this truly crazy live broadcast, I'm willing to bet everyone in the whole world has seen it. That's why we're releasing this footage now. Yeah. So who, like, to your point, who gives a fuck? What's scary about ratings? Nothing. It's not scary, dude. Like,
it's like, it has nothing to do with anything they set up in the first part too. It's like, here's this crazy demon possession movie or TV show that happened to occur on this broadcast, and then it's like, then we have to go behind like show politics.
Yeah, like, fuck that, dude. Also too, I found, so the movie does, you know, there are some good like little jump moments, but I found that, like, And look, people who listen to the show regularly know we don't just review horror movies like, well, we didn't find that scary, because being scary is so subjective. We're above that. We don't do that. But I'll tell you this. I did think that the atmosphere in it was good, but I found personally, I was more scared when it was like, when they were reviewing footage, when they were like, hold on, what was that? And you pause and you're watching him go frame by frame, because now we, the audience, know, yes, that something's going to pop up. And now, dude, that was the one time I truly felt fear. Like, I was like, oh, what the fuck are we about to see, right?
Yeah.
If it could have capitalized on that through the rest of the movie, but it doesn't, because the scares to me are pretty predictable. Especially once the whole dog and pony show starts with the possession. And once they bring Lily out and they get her to channel the demon, and typical shit happens. The chair levitates. I was like, it's all the hits. Chair levitates. Guy mysteriously dies. Things fall and happen. Like, I did think later on, I thought that stuff was a little kind of cooler. I liked when it went more full tilt, like, oh, the guy's hypnotizing you. Now we're seeing the fucking spiral thing. Things are happening. By the way,
that was pretty cool, that whole concept of basically hypnotizing everyone.
Yes.
And how the hypnosis sequence, by the way, and also the actor that plays the skeptic who's going to be giving his money away to someone who could prove him wrong. I really thought that guy was good too.
Yes, like, he was great.
Awesome. There's some really nice, like, very authentic feeling performances in this movie. So
he's your boy Bane from Matrix Reloaded and Matrix Revolutions. I'm not kidding. He's Agent. He plays the role of Bane and Agent Smith in Matrix Reloaded and Matrix Revolutions. He's an Australian guy named Ian Bliss. And by the way, we should call out that the actress who played Lily, her name is Ingrid Torelli. She did a fucking great job. Dude, we should talk about David Dastmalchian a little bit. Because I appreciate David Dastmalchian. I loved him in Last Voyage of the Demeter. It's always fun to see him pop up. He's obviously huge in the horror community. He does a lot. He's got a bunch of comics. He's got a big presence, like, on Fangoria. You always see him hosting, like, the Chainsaw Awards, and he'll show up with Joe Bob, and it's cool, man. I appreciate it, because in the horror community, it's fun to have somebody that's clearly a fan who's made it, and then they're continuing to make new stuff. I'm all for that. So I thought he did a great job. I thought the performance was fun. I really liked his delivery. I mean, he's a great actor, but I love that bit when he was like, when he said, he's like, we will be right back, and you won't be. Like, it was like using those TV host lines and twisting them. I thought that was kind of when I was enjoying him the most.
There are parts of it where I was like, he's a real natural at this. I was like, wow, this is a very believable performance as a host. Like, the little dumb jokes and his back and forth with the crew, and how the way he's always like throwing jokes into things where it's like something more serious, just to create a little more levity. I thought he did a fantastic job, actually. Yeah,
agreed. Especially to that bit when they open the Halloween episode and he's behind the sidekick guy to scare him. The way that thing is so played, and we, the audience, know. We've seen this shtick a million times. We know how they're going to play it up, but they do it so well. And I think making that look effortless as an actor is hard, probably, I would imagine.
It does feel like a real set that
it feels real, yeah.
You're on, you're basically with the audience watching this, and with the exception of the behind the scenes stuff, it does feel very much like an old TV show.
Yeah,
which
dude,
is
if
very
they just
cool.
would have committed, because the aesthetics are there. Like, they're more than aesthetics. Like, it feels real. And then the minute you break and you do that good night, good luck, good night, and good luck. That's what that, like, super wide black and white look does for me. It just always makes me think of that fucking Edward R. Murrow movie.
Oh my God, yeah.
You know what I'm talking about? And there's fucking TV cameras. You're like, okay, it's Edward R. Murrow. I get it. That's a deep cut. We lost about half the TikToky audience on that one. Edward R. Murrow, goodbye.
Black and white.
He doesn't even like AI. Matt sucks now.
What an old turd.
Okay, boomer.
Yeah. They call you that and you're not even a boomer.
I'm not even a boomer. They start calling me boomer. So, dude, let's talk about that weird as fuck ending. I mean, I call it weird as fuck because it breaks found footage. It breaks that conceit. And it breaks the movie in a way because it is playing directly to you, the audience, like not the TV audience, like you, the movie watcher.
Yeah.
Like in 2024, where it's like, here's the spinning thing to hypnotize you. Here's the weird face that pops up. What are we going to see when this happens? Like, I actually liked it because it was so off the rails at that point. I was like, okay, at least this is something different. And it broke out of the predictability of commercial break. And now we're back. Commercial break. Like, it was something. And I liked her design
I think.
when her head split and it was the
head.
flame inside. Like, that was, again, that's a different take on the possession material. That's something I think I haven't seen, right?
But I mean, I think you could still have experienced that same scene through the lens of the camera to keep it found footage. But I agree with you because that trope has already been flushed down the toilet and they're not using that. So because we're breaking in and out so much, it was more easy for me to accept that, and I actually really enjoyed it. I thought the effects were really good. The one thing I never liked, by the way, that took me out of the movie from an effects standpoint was anytime they had to do like the theremin when it started zapping people and the electricity and the rafters.
Oh yeah,
I thought that shit looked terrible,
dude. Anytime you do
that in there.
electricity effects, it never looks good. Like, we haven't perfected electricity effects since the 70s. It all looks the same. Even though it looks a little cleaner and AI made it. The AI. It still looks exactly the same. You watch the electric bolts in Big Trouble in Little China when the gods are shooting them, right? It looks the exact same as this shit today where the bolts are shooting out of the theremin. Does it not? How have we not...
The difference is our motion tracking is better. That's better, but it still looks like
How have we
garbage.
not finessed that look, though? Why isn't... We need a better electrical shock effects in movies. How have we not improved this yet? Horror makers, if you're going to go for a shock, fucking change it.
It's all... The other thing, too, is it's so unnecessary because you're visualizing something that in most good horror movies you don't see. Like, you don't really see the devil to be afraid of it. So it's like, we don't need to see these electric bolts to know that some crazy shit is happening. It could just be the actors moving away or
just like that guy in the beginning, Christou, right? When he starts freaking out and his nose bleeds, there's a great moment where his eyes go white for a second. Like, that was effective. It's really all on the actor, right?
Yeah.
But there's no stupid effect.
And they have a good cast too. So it's just like,
it's a great cast.
Use your actors. They can act. You don't have to supplement it with that bullshit. But okay, going back to the ending, I thought it was I mean, you know it's going to happen. The whole movie is them. That's what makes or breaks this movie, though, is that ending. Because if it's not good and it's not like exciting enough, it's the whole movie falls flat. So I think they did a good job because when that ending happened, I was like, I thoroughly enjoy this. I love how it looks. It's pretty cool. I was listening with these headphones, so sound design was fantastic when she finally looks at the camera and you get that distortion and like all the
layered
noise.
Voices as she responds.
It sounds dope. Yeah,
that was cool.
It's really cool.
Yeah.
So I think it was very successful. The ending I thought was great. I liked it.
Yeah, I'm torn, man. There's a lot I want to like about this movie, and there was a lot I liked. But it just didn't land for me in the way I think I wanted it to.
Hereditary first?
Maybe
it is very similar with her being hoisted up and then the throat slit.
Yes,
a
dude,
lot of the stuff was not very original.
That's what I'm saying. Like, doesn't it feel like a lot of the stuff was like a foregone conclusion? Like, these are all obvious things. Okay, it's a possession movie. We gotta have, here's the checklist, levitating thing. Like, again, Hereditary had a neck slice with the string. Let's use that. Like, when they embraced what was different and original, to me, it worked best. Having the visual of her head split open with the flame in, have not seen that. That looked great. Like, I want new. Don't just lean on the same horror tropes visually. I'm talking about too, not just setups, but like visually. Don't just lean on the same shit we've seen, man. Like, fucking.
Well, I think with this movie, you can kind of be like, okay, this is like, I'm not familiar with the filmmaker, but it's sort of like you can kind of see their influences. Like, here's this movie, there's that movie, and then they kind of melded this all together in this one kind of like, which would hopefully be original, but unfortunately, it's kind of like, because you and I consume so much horror, it's now just like a concoction of generic material.
Right. We're tasting all the ingredients. We're not tasting the dish.
Yeah.
Right. You're like,
That's true. Yeah, that's
dill.
how it equates.
Tastes like dill.
But here's the thing: is it's sort of like McDonald's, though. I would put this. I know it sounds like an insult.
What McDonald's item is this?
I would say it's just a nice cheeseburger. It's fast, it's easy, you can consume it quickly. You'll probably get diarrhea, and it's fucking. But it
I would agree
great.
with that actually, because it's not. I was gonna say chicken nugget, but a chicken nugget is so enjoyable and so universally loved. I think a chicken nugget is closer to Hereditary because people ate it, tried it with some different dipping sauces, and then realized they loved it. Right?
Yeah,
you're absolutely right. It's like a classic cheeseburger, but maybe it's one that touched the floor a little bit.
Yeah,
and it made you a little sick.
Like, I don't, as much as I said it's a good movie, I enjoyed it because that is true. I did. But the thing is, like, if you're holding it to other, like, Talk to Me, I had
much better movie
recently, and like Hereditary just came back.
Much better movie.
So when you think about those, and those are also independent films too, so it's hard to take this movie and say like, oh yeah, it's going to be just as good as these other two that I watched. Unfortunately, it's like down here, but
But you know what though? Those two movies I think succeed because they know what they're making. Hereditary's like, oh, we're making a fucked up dysfunctional family movie with cult shit. Talk to Me. Oh, we're making the party movie that's gonna have a drug movie vibe where people are being peer pressured to use it, but we're doing that through the lens of possession. That's different and original. Late Night with the Devil has an original hook. Oh, we're gonna bring it into 70s late night TV, but it doesn't know the type of movie it's making. Are we found footage? No, we're also gonna have some of this other bit. Oh, well, at the end of the movie, the devil will take over and it'll be all this crazy shit. That sounds cool in theory, but as a piece, it doesn't feel cohesive at all. So that's, to me, it feels, like it doesn't know what it's doing.
You know what it feels like? It feels as though if you watch this movie and as the characters were talking, you tried to mimic what they were talking, you would probably be like 95% accurate as to what they would say. Because it was just following this very what's funny?
Just like the AI, you would be about 95% accurate. Maybe get an extra finger or toe in there, but people can't really tell right away.
But didn't it feel like you knew everything? Even the stuff that they were trying to hide, you kind of knew everything that was going to happen.
Oh, 100%. Really, that's what I'm saying. Like, it felt like a foregone conclusion. It was like, yeah, they're going to bring her out. I kind of knew where it was headed. Yeah, you knew the Christou guy was going to die. And they fucking cheated and killed him off camera. Because I was like, that was interesting. The drama of that guy vomiting all the black shit. Like, you knew he was going to die. Show us. Like,
yeah, it's like we're already out. We're not in the
we're breaking the conceit. What do you care? Yeah.
That also kind of feels, to me, that always feels like really cheap. And that's one of the problems I had with Dune 2. Was that they would do that. It's sort of like all the stuff you really want to see is just a talkie scene. It's like, this is not an audio dramatization. We should be seeing this stuff.
Yes. Yeah, show don't tell, man. The classic show don't tell.
I mean, like I said, this is if they were, they've already decided to leave the found footage. And like, going back to the other thing, wouldn't it be cool if you heard him, since it's just found footage, if you just hear that he's dead off to the side from a PA and a mic, it's like, you're already doing that. Might make it blend better. I don't know.
100%.
It's sort of like, that's actually, I guess that makes it not a good movie though. If you're like, oh,
but you still enjoyed it. You're saying at the end of it, you still had a good time watching. That was me. Like I wouldn't say, I think you definitely had a better time than I did. There were things I liked, and at the end I was kind of left a little deflated, but I was like, oh, that was cool. Like, as I talk about it, remember, I'm like, oh yeah, I enjoyed that. Oh yeah, I liked that. So like, it's a half and half for me. I know that's not exciting, but
I have a question for you. As you were watching it and it got to the end, were you thinking about the show like, I'm going to recommend this, or were you like, this movie I probably think stinks?
No,
like, what was your initial reaction?
My initial reaction when I finished the movie was like, I was like, I went through all of that fucking social bullshit for a movie that I think really doesn't warrant that amount of conversation or thought. Like, it doesn't aspire to anything else. It's just, this is kind of what it is. And as the credits were rolling, I was kind of like, oh, I like the 70s stuff. That was cool. And I was already kind of like leaning on I like that. But then Even like Jess came out. Jess doesn't watch horror movies, and she came out and she was like, "Hey, how was the movie?" And I was like, "Eh." Like, that was it. That was my initial reaction. It was a bunch of eh, and I switched to the next thing. I was like, "Yeah, I'll watch a fucking X-Men '97 now." Bye. Like, I just wasn't that excited, you know? Like, I was excited starting it up. I was like, "Oh yeah, here we go." And that's the other shitty thing is, like, I recently re-upped my subscription to Shudder, and there are so many other cool fucking movies, new movies for me, that I watched that I'm going to talk about and get wrecked, that I was like, this is awesome. So I was on like a Shudder high, and then that was the other thing. It kind of took the wind out of my sails.
Oh man, yeah, that's I think what helped me too is like I had not really seen too much horror. I've been going, as you'll see in the Get Wrecked section, I've been doing a lot of action stuff, so this was like a nice little break. So I think I kind of gave myself a little bit of leeway to like it. But I mean, like I said, I don't regret seeing it. I'm glad we reviewed it, and I think it made for a good conversation. And I think I would recommend it to people to see, especially if they enjoy that aesthetic and they like, you know, things of the past. I'd wreck it for them because I think they did, you know.
Yeah, I mean, I will say this:
set designers their props.
I personally don't think it's great, but horror fans definitely go watch it. This is a new horror movie that's making headlines for better or for worse.
It's no Winnie the Pooh, thank God.
It's no Winnie the Pooh, Blood and Honey. But you know what? Listen, I'm going to tell you something. I enjoyed Winnie the Pooh, Blood and Honey because I was laughing at it, and I think I enjoyed it more than Late Night with the Devil. I'm sorry to say, because I was having such a good time. That's the difference. I walked away with that having a good time ever how shitty it was. And laughing and just like being like, this is fun. Like, I had such a good time. I'm gonna definitely watch the sequel, the Winnie the Pooh 2.
Oh man,
Too Bloodier, Too Honeyer, whatever it's called. Like, because I had such a good time because of how fucking bad it was, and all the built up that I had made you guys watch it and did like all of that. It kind of snowballed into this amazing experience for me of like a fun, shitty movie. And then I went into Late Night with the Devil and I was like, it's a meh good movie. I would rather watch the fun, shitty movie. Not to be that
I think
guy.
I agree with you. Yeah, like a schlocky, shitty movie that makes you laugh.
Yes.
Would probably do better than putting on.
I'll tell you this. I have thought more about Winnie the Pooh, Blood and Honey than I have about Late Night with the Devil, to be quite honest.
Actually, if I think about it too, which I won't be soon, according to this statement, but I have a feeling I'll forget about this movie very quickly. There's certain
I agree, dude.
Just,
I know you will.
Horror movies that just hold your attention, like Hereditary, Talk to Me. Like, those are easy for me to remember movies because they're like so goddamn good. The only problem is when you get so many good horror movies that close to each other,
you get spoiled.
It's kind of like, oh fuck, man, it's like your standards have gone up significantly.
Yeah, dude. It's like when you ever know a family that like gives filtered water to the dog, and then when they don't have filtered water anymore, they like give the dog regular water and doesn't fucking want it. That's what we are, dude. We are like fucking. We're like house pets, and we've been on a diet of filtered water, and then you give us regular water at the tap, and we're like, "What the fuck is this?" Then they want to, you know what I mean? Then they think something's wrong with us because we don't want to drink the fucking water.
Yeah. Well, the other thing is, it's like you got to blame these new filmmakers that are making really good shit on a lower budget. You know?
Yeah, man.
It's like they up the stakes. You got to like keep up with these people. Like the quality of content.
I want to just say, good for David Dastmalchian. Good for horror. Not good for the directors. Shame on you for using AI. But cool that we got something new to talk about. Great. This is not going to come anywhere near my end of year stuff. Like Mark was saying, like I will
top 10.
I'll already be forgetting this. I've already forgotten most of this. Like, I'm going to tell you something.
You forget to release this episode because you forgot about it.
I'm like, I don't really care. Jess is like, where's the podcast? I will usually wait, just so you guys know. I think you guys know this, but I will usually wait like a night or two before the show to watch the movie we're reviewing, so it's fresh. I'm going to tell you guys something. I watched this movie a week ago. I watched it literally last Tuesday, almost a week ago, just because I was so excited to watch it. New horror. Mark and I are going to talk horror. It's been a while since we had a good horror movie on the show. This will be great. And I couldn't contain my excitement. Fuck it, I want to watch this. And after I watched it, I said, well, I should probably revisit it before we do the show so I could be like up on it. I had an opportunity to rewatch it last night, and I was like, I don't feel like it. And I don't need to. I would rather watch something else. And I skipped. Like, so that just goes to show you, I had retained enough of it, and now that I've retained enough of it for the show, it's going to leave me. Like, you know what I mean? I'm like,
Yeah. Well, the concept is so intriguing that when you see the execution, it's like, oh, man.
That's exactly it. It's a great hook. It looks great, but it's still lipstick on a pig. It's still a pig, even with the nice lipstick, with the nice set dressing. Looks great, sounds great. If there's not substance there, right? You come back to Hereditary, like you're saying, you come back to Talk to Me, because there are things that rang true to you. There's real writing happening. It resonated. This is just kind of surface level stuff, I think. It's a cool hook, and that's about it.
The other thing, too, is like this movie has a lot more going for it than those two movies, right? Because it's like you have this, you have the luxury of having a cool set that you can use guests and all these fun characters that can pop in and out. And it's like the movie that was about like the family drama kicked this one's ass.
Kicked its ass. The movie with some little Australian teenagers at a party kicks this movie's ass up and down the street. The movie with the two Winnie the Pooh guys kicked this ass up and down the street, baby.
The one movie this did beat was Skinamarink.
Yeah, dude. I'll give it that. It beats Skinamarink. Mark, it seems like we're wrapping up our review here of Late Night with the Devil. Any last things you want to say, or are you good?
I think I'm good.
Okay. We had one.
And I'm also with the movie, I'm good.
Yeah, you're like, I'm good. We did have a couple comments, but one of them I wanted to catch up on was our buddy. He's a patron, and on Instagram he goes by Fabling Fella. So we want to thank him for his patronage.
Thank you.
He said this is him. I guess he was trying to watch Late Night with the Devil to kind of watch along with us for the pod. And he said, this is on Instagram. He said, I really tried to get in the mood for this last night. Settings were all there. At first I was in, but I couldn't help but immediately think of Ghost Watch. Very good movie, by the way.
Ghost Watch.
Have you ever seen Ghost Watch?
You
want to talk about a good version of this, like a good found footage, oh shit, possession happening in real time on TV movie? Ghost Watch. It's like a fucking. Speaking of guy, it's a BBC. It's a British film. They're making a British newscast and they're bringing them in, and oh god, look at this. The house is possessed. It's possessed, is what it is. Possessed. You gotta have a really old dirty lady say that. It's like the pigeon. What's the pigeon lady in Mary Poppins? The Tuppence lady. Tuppence. The Tuppence lady says that. It's possessed, is what it is. An old bag.
And they have that like the shawl that's made out of like the really
that's like all got bird shit on it.
Yeah.
They're like, Mary Poppins like, why don't you want to touch the fucking pigeon lady? Because they're like, she's got bird shit on her, Mary.
You got bird flu.
Avian flu, man. He brought up Ghostwatch. Funny enough, he also thought of Good Night, Good Luck. He says, hey, we borrow, but it's okay. He did say, Fabling Fella goes on to say, I got tired of the routine. I think he's going to try to watch it again tonight. He's trying to watch the second half of the flick. So
wait,
there you
he
go.
didn't get past the first half?
I think he broke it up because he was kind of getting bored with it. I don't blame him.
That's hilarious.
Thank you for that comment, Fabling Fella.
Couldn't get through the movie. Anybody brought up to his benefit, though, and to all our benefit, really, to his credit, I should say, to all our benefit, he brought up Ghost Watch, which is on Shudder, I believe. Ghost Watch. Go
watch Ghost Watch if you haven't seen it. Great deep cut found footage movie. It's basically like if fucking 90s, like a current affair, like was doing a report on something haunted, and it wound up being for real, and they caught it all on tape.
Oh wow, that sounds pretty cool.
And the conceit
actually.
is they fully commit to the bit. They don't fucking break immersion. There's no cheating. There's a reason that Ghostwatch has endured. That movie came out like 30 years ago, and Late Night with the Devil, nobody's going to be talking about it next year. I'm going to tell you straight up. They're going to be talking about Ghostwatch next year. They're not going to be talking about this. So thank you, Fabling Fella, for reminding us about Ghostwatch.
Yeah, thank you. Shit, I'm going to check that out.
And that's it for the comments this week. Want to thank everybody for tuning in for another episode of the Matt Mark. We want to thank all you for tuning in for the fucking you fucking pillowcase. Next week, I'll tell everybody. You'll find it at the same time. Mark will find out too. No show next week. I'm on a gig. I'm on a big gig next week that I can't talk about, and I'm not going to have time. Shit. So, unfortunately, sorry, everybody. We're going to leave you with this Late Night with the Devil episode. You won't see us next week.
Review on a mediocre movie. Hope that holds you over.
Just like Late Night with the Devil. Mediocre thing, leaving you hanging, all hype. You were all excited about it. Now it's just mediocre. Sorry.
Even your build after that, it's like, Mark doesn't even know this. I was like, oh shit, what movie's coming out? Yeah. Apparently nothing.
You know what I wanted to review? Nothing. I wanted to review, I'll let everybody in on let's see how the sausage is made. I wanted to review Tarot, the new horror movie with the tarot cards.
I've been seeing
because I thought the creatures looked really fun and cool, like the elves from Krampus, like those little helpers. And you know I love me some Krampus. You know I love that shit.
Oh, dude,
anyway, I saw the trailer for Tarot, and I was like, I'm in. And I was going to recommend we watch that, but we can't have a show next week because I'm goddamn busy. So, sorry, everybody.
Are you even going to get a chance to watch it, by the way?
I would love to try. If I could sneak away this weekend, I want to try and see it in theaters because I have a feeling it's going to be one of those one and done. Like, it's going to be in theaters for like a weekend, and it's going to be gone.
Oh, yeah, probably.
So my opportunity is going to be like, if I can get 2 hours on Saturday, I'm going to try and get it. But hopefully we will be back the following week. We'll figure something out. I don't know what's coming out. I think the only other big release that's coming out this week is The Fall Guy, which we weren't going to review on this show.
Yeah, I don't know. I think that would get totally roasted here.
Yeah, I don't know, man. But I thought Tarot would be fun, but sorry. It's a big tear. No, because I got to go to work. But if you want more from us, I'm sure you guys haven't caught up on all the episodes. We've got a ton of good stuff happening on YouTube. Mark, we dropped our bonus episode for Civil War last week, so people got
that's a good one.
People got all this good content from us, and you can catch all that shit on the main feed, on YouTube, wherever you want to listen or watch.
And if you're on Patreon, you can listen to our commentaries.
And we got commentaries, we got shows, we got we got all kinds of shit for $1. Dude, if you miss us that fucking bad next week, you pay $1, you're going to get like 60 hours of shit. That's more than a weekend. No, what's a weekend? Okay, technically 72 hours, right? So it's just shy of a whole weekend if you play it front to back.
But then you supplement it with the show.
With the show, that's right. Thank you. Then it actually does probably amount to easily a 72-hour binge if you want it. That's it, everybody. You know what? Usually we say that's it, we're out of here, peace, but I think we should do it Guy Ritchie style. Let's see.
Oh, yay!
That's it! What is it? What's like a good British way of saying we're leaving?
We're brown bread! Wait, no, that means we're dead. Fuck.
We're dead. Oh, no. Oi! We're jiggling, wiggling to the pub, we is! We're jiggling, wiggling to the pub. We're jiggling, wiggling to the pub.
It still sounds British, though.
It sounds real, though, doesn't it? You thought for a second maybe it's real.
We may chart in Britain.
I hope so, dude. I hope so, yo.
Oh, that'd be great.
Oh, it would be the Queen's tits is what it would be.
Hey, poor me, it's the King's tits now.
He got them old flabby man boobs. It could be the King's, couldn't it? I was just giving you the pisser. I went a little Australian there. Uh-oh.
Oh, shit. Now
I fucked up now. I'm sorry, everybody. I fucked up. All right, that's it. We're out of here.
Peace.